here is the Alfred Mansion, or the Ashford Mansion. Home of the Ashford family. Fuck if I know. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go upstairs. And there's a very simple reason for that. And it's because up here. So I mentioned earlier that the save rooms are hard to come by in this game. This is the first true save room you get to in the whole game. Now, here's why I find that to be honestly kind of ridiculous. Is because the first area you're in is the prison. And the prison can take a while to get past. It took me a little bit, but that's only because I know what the fuck I'm doing. Like I said, if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, the prison could take a while to get past. And then, even then, you can go to the military training facility first, like I did. So this Ashford Mansion can be your third location, like it is for me. And yet, this is the first fucking save room you actually get to. Now, here's the thing, okay? Now, not the prison and... Okay, so here's all I mentioned. Okay. The save room is useful for three things. One, safety. With the exception of certain rooms in Resident Evil 3 Reimagining, no harm will come to you in these save rooms. There also tend to be pickups like that handgun ammo to my left, or Claire's right. The other things that are about save rooms are item boxes and typewriters. The typewriters typically have ink ribbons with them, that way you can go ahead and save. Because in these games, ink ribbons are just saves. That's what they are. So, the main attraction of a save room, honestly, there's three of them. The item box, the typewriter, and also the majestic music. I mean, listen to this shit. This shit's fucking beautiful. Now here's the thing. Both the prison and the military training facility actually have save rooms, sort of. So, the military training facility has a straight up save room in it. The problem with that, though, is that it's not accessible right away. Yeah. Because, like, I just went through every single place in that facility that's accessible right away, and the save room wasn't there. The facility has one, but you can't even go to it until you get more shit done. So I don't really count that. The prison sort of does. So the prison has that typewriter that was in that one room with the hawk emblem, and it does have an item box. The item box is on the other side of that door that you can't open. That's right next to the typewriter. But that's not a real thing though. And plus the item box you can't get to until way later on too. So this this right here is the first true item box you get to. So so if you don't want to sit there and if you want to do the healing item glitch, and you don't want to wait until this goddamn room to get to it, then you have to use that metal detector like I did. That's why I used that. Oh, and also, don't fuck up like I did. So here's the thing. One thing I actually did is I fucked up the first time around, and I didn't get it. I actually restarted from my save in order to sit there and get the glitch done right. Because I fucked up. Because there's one aspect of that metal detector box that I forgot about, which is that if the item isn't made of metal, like the herbs that I had and like the playing manual, then the game doesn't let you put them in the metal detector box. which means if you try, you're just fucked. Which I think is kind of bullshit. If you want to put the fucking items in the fucking metal detector box, you should be able to put the fucking items in the fucking metal detector box. Like, that's just ridiculous to me, but whatever. So, if you want to use the glitch, then you might, here's the thing, if you're gonna use the health glitch, then you might as well use it sooner than later. So, if you don't feel comfortable with yourself enough to sit there and do it correctly with the metal detector, because of the fact that there are only certain items you can even put in the damn thing, and you have to have the items arranged in a certain way, then don't do it. Just wait for this item box, because in the item boxes you can do it within your items. So, to clarify, here's what I mean by, like, you can't put certain shit. So, as I mentioned, top left slot is playing manual, top right is handgun, just below the playing manual is the green herb. That's what you need, right? I mentioned before. Well, here's the thing. If you fuck up like I did, because what I did the first time was I took the handgun out of it and put it in the metal detector almost right away. So the green herb ended up going into the top right slot. And then I put everything else there. So I had the playing manual in the top left, the green herb at the top right, and then another green herb below the playing manual. So no matter what I did, I could not get the handgun in the top right inventory slot. Hence, I fucked myself. Hence, why I started over in the first place. Just so it's clear and out there. You'll have to go back to those looters. Actually, I'm gonna have to go back to some fucking looters. Umbrella card. Take it more quick. Actually, you know what? I should do that. I should do that. What I'll do is I'll go ahead. No, I'm not gonna do it right now, but what I'm gonna do is I'll go back there to that. I'll go back to the place where the Lugers are, and I'll go ahead and pick them because you have to have those Lugers. There's a zombie that drops Lugers back in the prison, and you have to have those Lugers. Which means I have to go all the way back there and backtrack to that place. All well, right? Now, I'll show where the Lugers are again, but I'm not gonna make it backtrack with that. I'll skip the backtracking. Oh yeah. So this bow gun, these are explosive arrows, or these are like incendiary arrows. They do far more damage than the regular ones. Secretary's note. 4 years have passed since I began serving Sir Alfred. He doesn't trust anyone, even though this is a lore one. There are two types of files in Resident Evil. There's puzzle solutions and lore. This is a lore one. He doesn't trust anyone. Even though I am his attendant, I am still strictly prohibited from entering his private house. What is his problem anyway? This guy's indignant. They say he lives with his twin sister Alexia in his private house on the hill. Occasionally, I've seen someone standing by the window of the house. It might have been Alexia, whose extreme beauty is often talked about. I once asked Sir Alfred about this, but it only enraged him. Even though I am his attendant, he will not show me any lenience if I ask about her again, I can put my life at risk. I have to tell you right now, buddy, if asking your boss a simple question is putting your goddamn life at risk, that's when you fucking quit, right? Kind of like in Resident Evil 8 Village, how the bitch works for fucking vampires. At that point, that's when you fucking quit. Just so you know. Now I get that bitch couldn't quit because she's working for fucking vampires, but all you're working for is... Never mind, I can't mention what you're working for, that'd be a spoiler. After all, it is a mystery why he so desperately tries to keep his private life and Alexia a secret. Robert Gorson. So, there's some sexual implications there. Why he tries to keep his private life with Alexia a secret. There's some sexual incestuous suggestions there, and I am not going to confirm or deny anything. What I am going to do though is I'm going to go ahead and check this. Son of a bitch, okay? Fuck. November Tango Charlie 0394. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save this, and then, well, what I'm immediately gonna do right now is I'm gonna get off, but I'm gonna save this. What I'll do video-wise after saving this is I will go to this door, and then go to the room with the Lugers in it. I will get the Lugers, and then come back here. Put them in the item box. Then I will proceed with the rest of this game as far as the employee ID numbers goes. So, that's my current plan. Just so it's aware. So, with that being said, that's about it. Okay. First off, upon reviewing this, I discovered that my mic is a bit low, or was, so I turned it up a bit. So I hope that from here on out, it's louder than it was previously. Also, I mentioned last time that that I was going to be going back to get those Lugers, so I could go ahead and get those and put them in that door to unlock it whenever I get the chance to. Not anymore. And the reason why is because I'm not going to mention why, because that would be a spoiler, but at some points, you have to go back to the prison anyway, because you gotta get those Lugers from the zombie that dropped them in the prison, and you gotta go back to the prison at some point anyway. So, like, why make a double trip? I'll just go ahead and get those Lugers when I have to go to the prison anyway for story purposes. In the meantime, what do I have here? The infinite healing herb. That stuff, all the ammunition. Ink ribbons. Well, ink ribbon can go to the wayside immediately. Whatever. One thing of note. You will need to use the extinguisher again, but not anytime soon. So, don't worry about that. Also, for the ink ribbon, one thing about Resident Evil games, in case you don't know shit about Resident Evil games, is that you don't need to carry on ink ribbons with you. If you pick up ink ribbons and you're like right next, because they're safe. If you pick up ink ribbons and you're like right next to a save room, then just drop them off. Anyway, I have a what's the ID number? And screw it. Oh. Also, like right there, probably, due to the headset that I'm using, for whatever reason, it might be a faulty headset, but for whatever reason, the sound might drop out for about a second every once in a while. Likewise, my mic may or may not also drop out for like a second every once in a while. I don't know. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So, just bear with me. As I probably stated already, new hardware, I'm using a new headset, and I will sort it out. It's a work in progress. At least I don't sound like a goddamn radio anymore. If what I remember to be true is true, then this is locked. Yep, Silver Crest. Okay. Is it just me, or is this place really dark? Like, lighting-wise. This place should not be this dark. Why is it so damn dark? Hang on, let me see, check. What's the, November Tango Charlie 0394. Yeah. Yeah, come on. November Tango Charlie 0 3 9 4. Hey, is that escape or is that escort? Escort, of course, meaning whore. But I guess escort is the sugar-coated way of saying whore. Just like how quote-unquote plus size is, I guess, the sugar-coated way of saying fat or obese. And does this say backspace or does that say bullshit? I wonder which one. I'd laugh if I typed in BS, like if I pressed the button and it actually spelled out bullshit. Verification in progress, please wait. Yes, come on. Your goddamn right's been confirmed. Yes, please. 3 places. Let's see, so they're both available. I'm gonna mention right now, I do not remember the layout of a lot of this palace. I know that through the upper left door is a hallway that leads to a bunch of other doors. I don't remember shit the left door, unless does it lead to a bathroom? I think it leads to a bathroom, right? Oh, let me check. Does it lead to a bathroom? Fucking A. I guess it is a number. Ah, you little whores! Little bastards! Julian, yes. I don't know what the hell it's for, but it's gonna be needed for something. Arrgh! Pieces of shit. Ah, there is. Item box, save room to change. Interesting. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna be needing. Wait, let me check the Dueling case. Duralomin? How the hell? Duralomin? Oh yeah! I picked up a Duralium case. I'm gonna call it Duralium, I don't care. I picked up a Duralium case last time. I think there's more than one of those. And they all require lockpicks to open. And yet, the entire playthrough, I never once found a lockpick. So what the fuck? Alright. One last room to go into. And then I will be good to go. Well, one last hallway. And there should be zombies in here, I think? Correct. Ooh, I could use that. Absolutely. Oh, whores. Fuck it. See, that's the bad thing about this whole infinite health thing. Is that, or infinite health item. Is that it gives me the freedom to not give a fuck about a lot of shit. Which is why I think it kind of takes away from the tension of the whole game. I admit that fully. But here's the thing, though. Is that, and, like, but I've already presented my case as to why I'm using it. And I would even use it sparingly. As in, like, you know, like, maybe, like, during, like, over the normal course of the game, use normal health items. But then, let's say, like, if I'm, like, in a boss fight, then I'll go ahead and pick up the infinite healing item. I would do that. The only problem is that there's not enough health items in the actual fucking game to do that. Like, believe me, I'm not just trying to be some punk ass bitch who's sitting there taking the easy way out. Like, this game does not give you enough health to survive normally unless you're some hardcore ass motherfucker who knows all the best strats and shit. Like, it doesn't give you the resources you need to complete the shit health wise. Like I said before, that's the whole fucking reason I did this in the first place. Despite the fact I know about this healing item shit, I would not have even done it if it weren't for the fact that this game is designed weirdly. Like, you'll have 50 fucking ammo pickups, and you'll have one health pickup for all those ammo pickups. And even right now, okay? Let's see. I'm already here at the palace, right? And even at the palace, unless I missed something, there have been exactly two health. Wait, wait. There have been four health pickups. The green herb that I collected on that deck. Up the small staircase, there was also a green herb. And then in the 3D copying room, there was a first aid spray. And then in that bathroom, there was a first aid spray. So that is wait. Nope, there's a fifth because there was also a red herb in the military training place. So far it's given so far it's given really four health items because the red herb doesn't count on its own. So it's given four health items, which equates to either two greens and two first aids, or one green and basically three first aids, because a green and a red combined is basically a first aid. So has it given you that yet, like enough in that sense? Yes. Could I have gotten as far as I have? As of right now, like, could I have gotten this far naturally with the amount of health items the game gives you so far? Yes, I will admit that freely. But later on, this game will absolutely ass fuck you. I'm telling you right now, it will ass fuck you. And I don't care for it. I don't care to be ass fucked. Sorry. Now, you could present the case too that, maybe I should just play the game normally with the normal health items up until the point where it's actually not feasible to do so anymore, and that would be a pretty good case. Except here's the thing. I've already gone too far. What uh when I've come across health items already, I haven't bothered to pick them up. And at this point it's a bit too late to go back and to the other areas and grab those health items. It's too late for me. So it is what it is. Anyway, I'm just gonna stick with the fucking infinite healing item. That's how it's gonna go here. How about this though? How about this? I'm gonna give myself a challenge. Here's a challenge. And this challenge excludes boss fights. It also excludes poison, because you get poison in this game. Excluding boss fights and poison. Let's see, in order to make this more challenging, I will not heal until my health is either an orange caution or red danger, preferably in red danger. And I will only heal up to yellow caution. Right? I will do that because this whole infinite healing thing. I will challenge myself to do that with the two exceptions above. Anyway. Oh. Well, the other room is also long. Okay. And displayed here. Button below where you press the button. Not yet. Oh, speaking of that and on display, so one thing you'll learn later on, and the reason I mention this is because this isn't really a spoiler, I mean, it is a spoiler, but like, not really. Because like, it has to do with shit later on, but you wouldn't know what it has to do with until you get to it. But there are certain people in this game who are obsessed with insects and mutilating and killing them, including spiders. So this is definitely where it comes from. Alright, I'll push the damn button. Oh, well here it is. Convenient timing. Aren't those just two of the creepiest fucking kids you've ever seen in your fucking life? Oh, and by the way, if in case you couldn't tell, those were twins. And if you felt a uncomfortable sexual vibe there, um, based on certain shit that happens in the game later on, it's pretty much implied that that sexual vibe isn't at least entirely unfounded. So, if you're into that shit on Pornhub of whether it's real or whether it's hentai, if you're into that shit on Pornhub of siblings fucking each other, I mean, then I'll admit it. I go for the stepsister shit. I'll say that. I'll admit it. I don't give a fuck. But if you're into that type of shit, then you'll be into that little plot line. Not really even a plot line, just one scene. Well, two if you count that. Yeah, just know those two twins don't have the most stable relationship with each other. The cogwheel. Now, if you pick up something in this room, oh, it's the gold lugers. Okay, so let me go and pick up this cogwheel. Yes. So what's gonna happen here is there's gonna be this gassing that comes up, and then you can't take these yet. But I'm going to anyway. There we go. Now, if you're good at predicting story type shit, then it should be honestly pretty blatantly obvious about how you get those gold lugers. I imagine it would be at least. Alright, let's go and see. Actually, first. Oh, I've actually never really looked at it before. Let's see, data. I've never looked at her data before. Let's see, Claire Redfield. She looks just like Liv Tyler because she's supposed to. Let's see. Weight 5'5". No. Weight. Height 5'5". Weight 115.5 pounds. Blood type O. O positive or negative? That matters, you bitch. Let's see though. Height. Isn't it interesting how height and weight are spelt the exact same way, except for the fact that one's a W and one's an H? And yet, if you take out the W or the H, then it spells 8, like the number 8. So why is it that height is spelled height and not hate? But then hate is H-A-T-E. But then you can also spell 8 as A-T-E, which gives credence to hate being H-A-T-E. I'm a native speaker of English. I'm a native speaker of English. Been speaking it all my life. I don't speak any other language, even though I kind of wish I did. I think it'd be interesting. I think it'd be interesting to speak either Spanish or Japanese, even though Japanese is about as far from English as you could possibly get. Um, it'd be cool to speak another language, but I can't. But I'll tell you what, English, at least the written language of English makes no goddamn sense. But everybody already knows that. Fire and phone. How the fuck is one spelled with a PH but one spelled with a fucking F? Elephant, PH. Figure is with an F. What? Figure is spelled with a G. G. With a giant is spelled with a G rather than J. English, what the fuck? Anyway, but wait, so let's see though. Weight, 150. Ooh, she's pretty light. Well, I will say this. I don't know how much the average woman weighs. I don't know. How old is Claire? Hang on, let me see. How old is Claire in this fucking game? Hang on, let's see. Apparently, Claire is 19 years old in this game. Damn, she's young. I thought she'd be in like her early. I thought she'd be in her mid 20s. Shit. But so she's 19 in this game. I'm surprised. With her date, I'm surprised it doesn't give her age like right there. Let's see. And I think she's also 19 in Resident Evil 2. All that does make sense because this game takes place 3 months after 2. So, see the blood type O. I don't know how much the average woman weighs, or the average 19-year-old woman weighs. So I don't know. Height 5. Let me check. How tall is she? What? Okay, I just gotta say, 5'5" my ass. She's like 5'9". Or then, well, I mean, I don't exactly have a ruler. I can't like go in there and compare, like drop a ruler thingy, a tape measure from the ground to wherever her head is. But like, I sincerely doubt that's only 5'5". It's got to be like 5'8" or 9" or some shit at least. And she's hunched over. She's. I predict she's 5'9" or 5'10". She's not 5'5". I don't believe that for a second. And then 115. Well, if they're saying her weight is 115 at 5'5", which I don't fucking believe, then I'm gonna put her weight at more like 125. Let's see. Yes, I'm disregarding this game's own rules. I don't care. Her data doesn't make sense. She's taller than 5'5", I'm telling you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, there's a green herb right there. Or red herb right there. So at this point, the game has essentially given you 4 first aid sprays, provided you didn't use any other ones. Let's see. Although, to be totally fair though, actually, because I haven't been killing enemies, because a lot of them, because I have this infinite health. If I was actually killing enemies, first off, I'd have way lower ammo, and I would have been bitten more. So realistically, even though I would have gotten 4 first aids by now, I would have used at least one of them by now, maybe 2 of them. Just saying, like already, I would have used 1 or 2 of them by now already. Am I no? So why am I continuing to justify my use of the infinite healing item, even though I already gave my case in the beginning? Well, because I'm pretty damn sure that anyone seeing how I'm handling this, getting bit intentionally, or letting myself get bit, would be like, you're a punk ass bitch. So yes, I'm explaining why. Oh shit, here's another healing. I forgot about this one. There's another one. No, I'm just gonna stick with it. Because I am considering doing the thing right now. Like, I am considering putting this infinite one away, and then grabbing that green one, and then the red one down, and combining it and using a legitimate healing item. I am considering doing that. Nah. Nah. I'm using the fucking infinite healing item. If it makes the game seem cheap, then what the fuck ever. This is not a blind playthrough. I've beaten this fucking game before. Like... Now, granted, did I do it legitimately the first time either? No. I will admit that, no, I did not. But, the first time I ever played this game, I didn't beat it. I got up to... Well, I can't mention that. I'll mention where I got up to. And you will see that I got a fair bit of the way through this fucking game without this shit. Before I was basically forced to say fucking quit. When I get to the point where I left off the very first time I played this fucking game, I'll go ahead and I'll mention it.
Yeah! Help me!
Steve?
Asshole. Ah, you bitch. Fucking no. I know. Do two pairs complete minus supply? God damn it. There we go.
That was too close. But I found something, thanks to you. Looks cool, huh?
Oh, I need those. Give them to me.
You gotta be kidding. I found it and I'm keeping it. Fine. Let's make a deal. I'll trade you for something fully automatic. See you around, Claire. Adios.
Hey, wait, Steve!
And that's where you could use the and that's where the actual Lugers come in. You give them to him in exchange for the gold Lugers, which makes no sense because the gold Lugers are empty. By the way, if you're carrying a firearm, I don't give a fuck if it's empty or not. You do not point that fucking thing at somebody else. Straight up, don't ever do that. Also, interesting trivia about that cutscene. Depending on how long it takes you to free Steve, he will actually have a different reaction. If you take a very long time, then he might even like fall over on the floor and be like, "Oh shit, I was almost dead. Thank you, Claire." And the funny thing about that though is that Claire's response becomes incongruous with that because Claire's response stays the same, where she's just like, "Hey, I want those. Give me those." So, like, in the cutscene I got, it makes sense because he just, points it and she's like, hey, gimme, gimme. But, like, he'd be on the ground, like, panting, like, oh my god, I just barely survived. And she'll just be like, hey, bitch, I don't give a fuck about you. Give me those goddamn guns. I just find it funny. Fuck. Fuck. Oh god.
interfere with my operation.
What are you talking about?
You let yourself be captured so you could lead your people to this base.
I have no idea what you're babbling about.
You don't fool me. I am Alfred Ashford, commander of this base.
Oh? You must be one of Umbrella's lower level officers if you're in command of a backwater base like this one.
How dare you! The Ashford family is among the world's first and finest. My grandfather is one of the original founders of Umbrella, Inc. Now tell me, why have you attacked this installation?
Attacked?
Shortly after you arrived, my base was attacked. You must have informed your people of its location.
I still don't follow you. I really don't know anything about that.
Unacceptable! How can you deny it? My base has been destroyed. And thanks to you, the experimental T-virus was released, creating countless zombies and monsters. Tell me, who do you work for? Who sent you? Have it your way, then. You're just a rat in a cage anyway. I'll be sure to keep you entertained before I dispose of you.
What the fuck? See, and if you go back, and if you go up there, you won't find him. See how ridiculous that is, though. How cheesy that is.